pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
40-yard line.
The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 14 carries, 65 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
A gain of 2 yards on the play.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Ball carrier.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Daniil Hunter on the stop.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
To Hayden Hurst.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they hand off to Coleman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Murray now on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. J.J. Watt just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Shotgun now from Murray. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brings up
the threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, Murray. He may try and run for this. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Murray. That's good for a Colts.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a 1st down on 3rd and long. And somehow, he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
Yeah, if you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the 1st down marker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Murray's pass. Complete.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
That's good.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have had a few men in the box there.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Come on, now.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
From the gun, Murray. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with a pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Here's Mecole Hardman. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. That incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
A gain of 21.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete to Cobb. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's complete, and once again, it's Cobb. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Bengals.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He gets it over the middle to Cobb.
Mahomes pass.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
First and goal.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Randall Cobb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Murray. He's got Fuller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Hardman to return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Caught by Cobb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining.
First down.
So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers.
Maher on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Chris Boswell set.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10. at their own 23-yard line.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well. It's a run by Coleman to start the third quarter. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's third down.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Bengals.
On first down, Coleman. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Jonathan Hankins.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Coleman.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, Murray. It's complete to Fuller. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Throwing is Murray on third down. And he's going to go down again.
Tyler Murray.
J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On first down, Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Cobb.
Mahomes pass.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Coleman. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
On the tackle.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. Not enough here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. From the gun on third down, Mahomes got his man complete over the middle. That's Cobb.
Complete.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Down Cincinnati.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At their 48-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes over the middle, complete. It's Cobb.
Complete.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Coleman. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
6-yard line.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a first down and not a touchdown.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete.
Murray's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 42.
Play fake, Murray. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robert Woods. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that back? The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was unable to complete it minute there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. To throw again on second down. Mahomes.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Johnson, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Everson Griffin. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Over the middle, it's complete.
Mahomes pass.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. 11 yards there, first down.
Cincinnati.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Back to throw, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Wendell Cobb. Incomplete. Eli Apple on the coverage.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they played.